Hello everyone, welcome back to Mama in the Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make mensaf, which is a popular Middle Eastern dish. I'm going to start off by showing you the ingredients. Over here I have some almonds. You're going to need about half a cup of almonds. And then I also have about a quarter cup of chopped parsley. You're going to need a quarter teaspoon of turmeric, 16 pieces of cardamom, 1 box of jmeed or yogurt, 2 cups of sour cream, 3 tablespoons of salt, about 1 or 2 pieces of shrak bread, depending on how big your pan is, 4 cups of jasmine rice, and I have 8 pieces of lamb meat. And now we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be doing is cleaning our meat. We're using white vinegar, but you can go ahead and use whatever method you prefer to clean your meat. We're going to be using white vinegar all over and then rinsing it out with water. And then after we rinse it out with water, we're going to actually rinse each piece out and place it in a strainer. And you're going to do that to all the pieces. After rinsing our meat, we're going to go ahead and place all of our pieces into a pot of boiling water. And we're going to boil it for about 5 minutes. Now, after boiling, we're going to go ahead and dump the water out. And I'll show you what it looks like once it's done boiling. So this is what it should look like after boiling for 5 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and dump this water out. And after dumping the water, we're actually going to be rinsing the meat again. You're going to be rinsing each piece on its own and placing it in a strainer. So this is what the meat will look like once it's been rinsed and strained. And now we're going to go ahead and add all our pieces to the pressure cooker. After placing the meat in the pressure cooker, we're going to go ahead and pour boiling water over the meat until it's completely covered. After adding the boiling water, we went ahead and added 16 pieces of cardamom. Now it's ready to go ahead and start cooking. I'm using an instant pressure cooker, but if you're going to be using a stovetop with a regular pot, you're going to go ahead and cook it for between 1.5 hours to 2 hours, depending how tender your meat is. Set my pressure cooker on high for 30 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. So it's been 30 minutes, and this is what the meat looks like once it's cooked. Now we're going to start preparing our yogurt sauce, but you want to keep the meat in the broth because we're going to be using the broth for the yogurt sauce. This is what the yogurt sauce looks like. It comes in a bigger box, but it actually has 2 smaller boxes inside, and you're going to be using both the boxes. So the first step to making your yogurt sauce is adding the yogurt to the blender. So we're going to be adding both boxes of yogurt, the 2 small boxes, and we're also going to be adding sour cream. For each small box of yogurt, you're going to need 1 cup of sour cream. So we're going to be adding 2 cups of sour cream to the yogurt sauce. And we're also going to be adding cornstarch and some of the beef broth, and I'll show you when we get to that part. So now we're going to be adding about 1 cup of the beef broth, which is the broth that we cooked our meat in. And then we're going to go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Now, this step is very crucial. You don't want to miss out on the cornstarch because this makes the sauce a little bit thicker. And then now we're going to go ahead and blend it all together until it's very well blended, and I'll show you what it looks like. After it's blended, this is the consistency you want your yogurt sauce to be at. And now we're going to be adding it to a clean pot. After pouring your yogurt sauce into a pot, you're going to go ahead and place a strainer over it, and you're going to be pouring in 6 cups of the beef broth that you cooked your meat in. And then after that, you're just going to go ahead and mix it in a little bit and then bring it to a boil. So while your yogurt is coming to a boil, you're going to go ahead and start taking your meat out of the pressure cooker and place it onto a platter. We're going to be adding it to the yogurt sauce after the yogurt has been boiling together for like 5 or 10 minutes, depending on the thickness, and I'll show you what that looks like. After taking your meat out of the pressure cooker, you're just going to go ahead and rinse out 4 cups of jasmine rice and place it in a bowl to soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. So our yogurt sauce has been boiling for about 10 minutes, and now we're just going to go ahead and add all of our meat pieces to the yogurt sauce. After adding your meat to the yogurt sauce, you're just going to go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of salt, and then you're going to mix it in very well and just let it all boil together for about 30 minutes. So while our yogurt sauce is boiling, we're going to go ahead and prepare the rice. We're going to add 6 cups of boiling water to the 4 cups of jasmine rice. And then we're also going to add 2 tablespoons of salt, a pinch of turmeric, and a 1/4 cup of canola oil. First, you're going to cook it on high heat, and then you're going to bring it down to medium heat once it starts boiling. While our yogurt is boiling and while our rice is cooking, we're going to go ahead and fry 1/2 cup of almonds until it comes to a golden color, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's done. This is what the almonds will look like once they're done. You want them to be a golden color. It's been about 20 minutes, and this is what your rice should look like once it's finished. So now my meat and yogurt sauce have been cooking together for about 30 minutes and it's finished. So now I'm just going to go ahead and plate everything on a tray, and I'll show you how to do that. This is the tray we're going to be using for the mensaf. The first thing you want to do is place your shrak bread on top of the tray. And after you do that, you're just going to go ahead and start adding your yogurt sauce onto the bread, and you want to make sure that you get it all over and evenly distributed. The next step is separating the rice, and then you're going to go ahead and place that on top of the yogurt and the bread. And you just want to evenly distribute it, and then once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and place the meat on top, and I'll show you when we do that. So this is what the rice will look like once it's evenly distributed, and now we're just going to go ahead and start placing our meat on top of the rice. You're just going to start placing them in the middle, and then you're just going to place them all around. This is what the meat will look like once it's placed. And now you're just going to go ahead and add your fried almonds all over. And then after that, you're going to add your parsley for garnish. And then I'll show you what it looks like once it's all done. So this is what the mensaf will look like after adding the almonds and the parsley. And you're going to have the yogurt sauce in a separate bowl. And then once you're ready to eat, you're just going to pour some of the yogurt sauce onto each person's plate. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment below what you would like to see next.